Trump goes toe-to-toe with America's boss. No, not Qatar, the other one. This is just another day. You know that feeling where everyone, regardless of political persuasion, just can't help but love you? James Comey does not. If you can recall, most Democrats think that the former FBI director hurt Hillary Clinton's chances in 2016 with his announcement over the investigation into her emails, and most Republicans think his investigation into Trump's relationship with Russia was totally unwarranted. Well, after taking a break from the spotlight, Jimmy's back.
Former FBI Director James Comey is under investigation for a now deleted Instagram post.
Please not a dick pic, please not a dick pic, please not a dick pic.
I want to put the post up here. It's a photo on the beach. And you can see there, this was reposted by a Trump administration official. It says 8647 in stones in the sand. And Comey posted this with the caption, "Cool shell formation on my beach walk."
Some are arguing could be a call to violence against the president.
That's why I always say, never rely on other people's shells to convey your political opinions. Use your own shells to convey your political opinions. Unfortunately, unlike other people's beach art, this incident isn't washing away with the tide.
Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem wrote on social media, both her department and the Secret Service are actively investigating the post as a threat.
Do you believe Comey should be in jail?
I do.
Look, I don't think that James Comey should be put in jail. But I might change my tune if it means he'll be sharing a cell with fellow 86er Matt Gaetz, who claimed that Kevin McCarthy, Ronna McDaniel, and Mitch McConnell have all been 86'd. Rest in peace, my sweet prince. But the pearl clutching continued.
The president's son, Donald Trump Jr., posted this. Just James Comey casually calling for my dad to be murdered. This is who the Dem media worships.
Thank God we've got Don Jr. here to prevent the incitement of violence, which is something that he holds very dear. Except when he posts tweets glorifying that one time that Paul Pelosi was viciously attacked with a hammer. But other than that, he totally hates political violence. Isn't there anybody on the right who can take a virtuous stand here and decry the violence? Perhaps Jack Posobiec, who wrote, "The former director of the FBI is calling for left-wing assassins to target our president and kill him. Have no idea why he hasn't been arrested yet." Thank you, Jack. Finally, somebody who understands the gravity of the situation and who definitely, totally didn't tweet 8646 about Joe Biden on January 29th, 2022. Some advice, Jack? Maybe 86-year-old tweets before your next fainting spell. So should we expect James Comey to end up behind bars?
How seriously should law enforcement be taking this?
I'm not sure they should take it serious at all, only because the following. 8647 are on t-shirts you can buy, mugs that you can buy, and it isn't because people want to harm or have the president harmed. They just don't like him.
Exactly. And not liking this president is all the rage right now.
As President Trump continues his tour of the Middle East today, he's facing harsh criticism from none other than the boss, Bruce Springsteen.
They are persecuting people for using their right to free speech and voicing their dissent. They're abandoning our great allies and siding with dictators.
Not the most catchy tune, but you can't knock the truth. Well, I'm sure Donald Trump is so busy making deals in the Middle East, brokering peace between Ukraine and Russia, and stopping Iran from gaining a nuclear weapon that he hasn't even had time to... You already know he did.
Trump responded to Springsteen in a fiery Truth Social post, writing this, quote, "I see that highly overrated Bruce Springsteen goes to a foreign country to speak badly about the President of the United States. Never liked him, never liked his music or his radical left politics. And importantly, he's not a talented guy."
Donald Trump has peddled numerous lies over the years. He said Obama was born in Kenya. He said the 2020 election was stolen. He said he can still see his own dick when he pees. But Bruce Springsteen isn't talented. You don't even have to like the guy's music. I think there might be just a smidge of talent involved when you are 21 albums and 6 decades deep into your career and still selling out entire arenas across the globe. I hate to turn this into a who's the more talented musician, but between Springsteen and Trump's favorite artist?
I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend Lee Greenwood. Who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA? I'm proud to partner with Lee in this offering. He's a very special man.
Well, this weekend you can catch Springsteen at an arena in England, Or on the same night, you can check out Lee Greenwald at the Best Western in Monticello, Indiana. So yeah, same. Why is it that Republicans hate Bruce Springsteen so much?
Pound for pound when it comes to heartland rock and roll, Bruce Springsteen's made some good songs, I'll give him that. Bob Seger smokes them any day of the week, in my book. I mean, Bruce Springsteen's another one of these liberals who has mountains of money that so desperately wants to keep his good standing in the eyes of Hollywood and the elite, but plays like this working class guy.
Yeah, fuck him for pretending he's some working class dude, says the guy who performs like he can't afford a shirt with sleeves when he's actually amassed a $150 million fortune. Any other critiques?
But I don't know about you. When I go to be entertained at a concert, I want to be entertained by music, not your politics.
Damn straight. People don't want their musicians bashing their politicians. They want my politicians bashing their musicians.
On his Truth Social account, May 16th, the president posted a question asking his followers, quote, "Has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot?"
Well, I'll tell you who didn't notice. Taylor Swift, because she's too busy counting the $2 billion she made off her last tour, a record-breaking haul. Maybe instead of begging Qatar for a plane, you could ask Taylor to buy you one. Look, I think the message that this administration is trying to convey is that if you're going to debase our nation's values, at least produce the hell out of it.
As Trump's immigration crackdown intensifies, the Department of Homeland Security is reportedly reviewing a pitch for a reality TV show where immigrants would compete for citizenship. The proposed show, called The American, would feature 12 contestants vying to fast-track U.S. citizenship.
Well, that's right. If you've been watching this administration shit show and thinking, hey, this could be a shit show, then you're in luck. This idea comes from Rob Warsoff, a producer known for Millionaire Matchmaker, or, as Trump refers to it, Poor People Matchmaker. The show, called The American, would show people competing for citizenship, and in the finale, the winner would get sworn in on the steps of the Capitol. You know, unless the administration was filming another show at the Capitol that same day. In the pitch that the United States Department of Homeland Security is actually considering, game prizes would be iconically American, such as 1 million American Airlines points, a $10,000 Starbucks gift card, or a lifetime supply of 76 gasoline. You know, as opposed to the gift that should be iconically American, which is letting people immigrate and acquire citizenship in our country without having to degrade themselves on national television. We have a former reality star in charge of our nation who's put marketing way above governance, and he's filled out his cabinet with characters who feel the same way. Kristi Noem cares less about respecting the rights of immigrants and more about making sure she has the right wardrobe. She's like a line of collectible Barbie dolls. There's Cowgirl Noem, Warden Noem, Packin' Heat Noem, and even Stonewalling Congress Noem. And Noem isn't the only cabinet member that Donald Trump plucked from central casting who lacks any qualifications to do the job.
Who do these generals think they are that they have to take helicopters to go to meetings or go to air? I don't know who it was. We should find out. And well, the DOD
who do we ask? I mean, you're the transportation secretary. How do you not know?
The FAA doesn't know. We asked the DOD. The DOD has promised radical transparency. They should tell us who is qualified to take a helicopter out of the Pentagon. I don't know, but they have to tell us.
Well, could you just call up Hegseth?
Well, I should, actually.
That was Transportation Secretary and former lumberjack Sean Duffy, who couldn't hack it when asked why our airspace is unsafe. I mean, Trump made this guy the head of the nation's health department.
I don't think people should be taking advice, medical advice from me.
Yeah, no shit. I don't think anybody should be taking advice from a guy who's hosting his own version of Fear Factor E. coli edition on the weekends. So instead of trying to produce a new reality show, these White House officials should recognize that they're already on one, the world is watching, and everybody agrees this season sucks. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.